Lock it down!
Robotron 64.
Oh, Robotron 64, man, it rocks!
I'm a huge Robotron fan. That was like my #1 game until Mario 64 came out. This game is killer. It's 3D, you're going all around, it's just action, action, action. Everything, you're just blowing things up for hours on end, man. It's totally killer.
Hey, if you liked Robotron, the original game, it's great, it's new and everything, but, you know, I wouldn't say it's the greatest game for the N64. Come on. What was weird was the background. They're just this furry light cloud thing happening on every level, you know? I mean, there wasn't a lot of variety. Come on.
It's not a graphics showcase, man. It's all about speed and gameplay and blastathon action, man. It's a throwback to the old days. I love those old days.
Okay, old days.
Robotron was one of my favorite games.
What do you give it?
I give it 8.5 out of 10.
8.5?
Yeah.
I'm in at about 7.
What about Gex 2?
Gex 2, here's a game I liked for the PlayStation. I mean, I thought the graphics were great. The control was good. I like the way you can control the camera angles. I like the whole skinning and texturing on Gex there. The voices are hilarious. Dana Gould's funny. Yeah, Dana Gould, him too.
Hey, I feel like I'm trapped in Boy George's pants.
I liked it better than Mario on the 64.
Oh my God, this guy has no taste, and he's like anti-Mario. It's ridiculous.
I'm not anti-Mario. I just thought it was a better game than Mario. That's all.
Man, okay, this game is good, but it's just a Mario ripoff. There's no way to deny it. Okay,
Every driving game you've ever played is a ripoff of Night Driver. So what?
Gex 2 uses almost the exact same schematic. It's the same hub system. You walk into rooms, and you've got all these different channels to go through. You go back into areas just to pick up similar kinds of things, just like you did with Mario. It's a cool game for the PlayStation. It competes with Mario, which is great.
Graphics are better, sound is better,
graphics are not better. Textures are much cooler on the Mario game. There's too much shaking around with the textures in Gex 2, and you can see that there's a seaming. I'm looking forward to Gex 2 on the N64. I think it's going to kill the PlayStation version.
Nah, I doubt it.
I think it's going to be much better. But the Dana Gould stuff is excellent. The skinning on the model is terrific. You're absolutely correct about that. It is a solid game. It just is not Mario. It does not beat Mario 64. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for the PlayStation.
I give it about a 9, man.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
All right. Reboot for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
This is another one of those 3D games that's just starting to filter out of everywhere now these days, man.
What do you think of the graphics? I mean,
graphics
really
are good. The
bright.
graphics are good. It's definitely aliased, so you can see the jagged edges around all the characters and stuff. But
it's a little hard to control. I like the whole hovercraft thing.
The hovercraft thing is very cool. Very cool.
Flying around and
With
stuff.
the analog controller, it totally controls awesome. It's great.
But the problem is that the whole reboot license, if you want my honest opinion, it's goofy. It's corny.
It's dated, man.
Kids,
it's
you got
dated.
Bit and Dot Matrix.
The levels are diverse. They're 3D. You can fly anywhere. But it's still unsatisfying.
What do you give
I give it a 6.5 out of 10.
6.5?
Yeah.
You know what? I give it a 6.5 too.
StarCraft for the PC.
Okay,
man.
StarCraft. Let me tell you something about StarCraft. Okay, the sound is so awesome. I mean, you know, I'm an audio guy. I know these things. Voices and everything are freaking cool.
Yeah.
The graphics, I was expecting the next Warcraft to be like, you know, a big
after Total
improvement.
Annihilation, right? After Total Annihilation.
I thought it was going to be more 3D and everything, but it wasn't. It was a lot. It was just more of the same. But the graphics are a lot better than Warcraft.
Much better. You have these cool little characters. I love the alien races and the diversity within the languages
cool.
and stuff.
You get 3 different races.
And there's a really cool storyline behind the mission mode.
Was it a little disappointing?
No.
Did you think it was going to be a lot more though?
See, I wasn't a huge Warcraft player, so for me, this was my first experience with this thing and really immersing myself in the Blizzard real-time strategy world. I loved it, man. I thought it was awesome. It's one of the coolest PC games I've played.
Yeah, me too. I thought there was going to be a lot more 3D stuff, but you know, oh well, maybe next time.
Yeah.
You know, I love StarCraft. I give it a 9.3.
I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a killer game. Check it out. I'm sure a lot of you.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer. Get on Battle.net. Get on Heat.
Okay.
It's out there, man. It's a great game. 9 out of 10.
We got to go. We're over here, man.
Let's go.
The boat's over here.
Where's the boat, man? You said there was a boat.
Okay, there's no boat.
No boat?
No boat. But don't worry about it. Hold your breath.
Production assistance for the Electric Playground is provided by Nintendo of Canada, makers of 1080 Snowboarding. Heat.net, makers of Netfighter. Electronic Arts, makers of Need for Speed 3. Namco, makers of Tekken 3.